It's not recording. Okay, so we are revising our JavaScript like the main topics. So just continue the revision part. Then we will move to our projects. So where we are like we are in we done this one. We've done this one. Yes. We are learning the objects, right? I think we stopped till here in objects. So object is nothing but we can create like using a variable we can store something. Object is your non-primitive data type in which you can store some values, but like a key value pair. You can you can create multiple set of data inside a object. So here you can store some strings, you can store some numbers, and you can store booleans also, or you can give some functions also inside it. Okay, when you are giving functions inside it, we call those functions as methods. Okay, so to create an object we have two ways. First way is a normal way. This one this is just a normal way how we create a function. I will show you this one once again. So here we are, like I am removing this. I am going to this index.js. So here I am giving how can we create a function. Just try to observe. First of all, you have to give the variable name and you have to give the name of your object. So I am giving my name of the object is obj1. So equals to here you can give for like multiple values. First you have to give the key. Okay, so if I am giving name, this is my key, and if I am giving like actual thing I am giving, this is my value. Okay, this is my key, this is my value. Similarly I can give some multiple things, right? There is not a limit. I can give only one key value pair. So you can give multiple, but you have to give this comma. So I'm giving age suppose 24, and you can give some different data types also you can give. And one more thing you can do here is you can give functions also inside it. Like you can give function like greet. I can give a function like this. You have to give the name of this function also. So I'm giving something name as greet, and giving this colon, and creating we have to create the function by using the function keyword, right? So I have to give comma here as well. So now just see I'm consoling something here. So I'm using console.log, and here I'm saying this dot name hello. Yeah, then this dot name. So this is just a normal way how can we create a function. How can we create an object inside a function. Now you want to see like whatever the things are inside this function you can use it. How can we show it? Like you can use console.log. If you just want to see the name of which is there inside your object, you can use obj. Inside this object I want to know the name, so I can give obj.1 dot name. So it will only show me the name. Now let me show you index like node index.js. See, it is showing me the Fatima. So similarly you can see the name also. So I'm age also, so I'm giving age. It is showing me perfectly, right? Similarly you can call your function also. I'm using this greet. Okay, so now you have to use this brackets. This is a function. See, it is showing me the hello Fatima. Okay, so this is the way we can create a function. Inside a function you can create a variables. That variables we call this as what? Like we call the variables as properties, and inside a like function, inside a object, if we are creating a functions, we call those functions as methods. So this is just a normal way how can we create a function. So to create a function we have one more way. Okay, we can create a function using classes also. This is just a normal way, and this is really a easy way also, right? This is very easy how to create a function. This is really very easy. We are just giving the name of my function, name of my object. Yeah, okay, function. Okay, name of my object, then giving curly brackets. Inside it you can give key value pair, and inside it you can give some methods also. This is just a normal and very easy way, right? But what the disadvantage here is, you can't change this name, right? You can't change this age. Every time there will be a like different user will be there. different person will be there. You can't change it. It is fixed, right? If you want to do it, like, you have to create one more function, one more object, like obj2, and let obj2 equals to, and here you have to give all this thing repeatedly. You have to do the same work repeatedly, right? So to overcome this issue, we can create a function using classes also. Now getting my point, why we are using classes to create a function? Any doubt why we are using, like, different way, why we are approaching the different way? See,
Can
same.
you repeat that?
Yeah, sure. See, same thing, we can, like, we can create a object using this normal way. This is really very easy, right? We are just giving some name and we are giving some value, giving key and giving some value. We can create a object using this way. But the, like, disadvantage, or you can say, like, here the values are fixed. If there is a different user is there, you have to create a different object once again, right? I have to create a different object once again, like this, and I can change this to 2, and I have to change it once again, all these things. So this is a drawback of using this approach, because the values here are constant. You can't change it, right? So to overcome this issue, we are using what? We are creating the object using classes methods. So we can create an object using this one. This is the normal way, and we can create an object using the classes methods also. So how can we create an object using the class methods? So here we are having, like, yeah, let me show you. Yeah, here we have. So this is the way how can we create a function, how can we create an object using the classes. Yeah, it's not proper. I think when we learn the inheritance, it is there. Yes, let me go there. Yes, it is here. So see, using classes also you can create a function, you can create a object. Okay, not function, you can create a object using classes also. Why we are creating a object using classes? Because we want dynamic data, we don't want to keep the data as this static. Okay, for that's why we are using classes. So to create a function, to create an object using classes is, first of all, you have to give the class keyword, then you have to give the name, something like I'm giving person. So inside it you can give, like, the structure, proper structure you can give. So first thing, you have to use the constructor. You can give the name, comma, age. First of all, let's see the proper syntax here. Yes, class person, here you have to give the constructor. Yeah, it's proper only. You can give you can pass some variable, like it is a start, it is a dynamic, you can change it, right? So I'm giving some name and age. You can show these one. So let me show you this one. Right, we are giving this. Yeah, let me show you this dot name equals to name. Okay, similarly I am giving this dot age equals to age. So now I want to use it. See, this is your class, right? I want to use it. So I'm giving one more function. One more function here is inside it. So I'm saying greet. So I'm saying console.log hello this dot name. Now I just see it. So what I am doing here now is, now I want to use it. Just I create the structure. I didn't give any name, any age. I didn't give it inside this person. So I want to pass some name. I want to give some name. I want to give some age. So for that I am using a object here. I am creating one object. Let person1 equals to, I have to give the name. What is the name you give for the person? Before using it, you have to give the new keyword, then person. Inside it you can pass some values. Okay, so I am giving Fatima and giving some age 25. So now just see, you can change if you want to give some more one more person's details. You don't have to change it from here, right? You don't have to change it from here. You can directly change it like this. Just give person 2, and instead of this Fatima, I am giving some different name like Harish. I am giving and giving some different number. Okay. So now I can access it. Just see it, console.log. I am giving person 2 dot name. Let me show you. Okay, it is giving some error. Let's see it. obj1 is not defined. Yeah, here we remove that one, so here also we have to remove, right? So let me show it once again. See, it is showing you properly. Okay, what's the use, what's the benefit of using it? If we want to do the same thing like using the previous approach, this is like, it is not this much simple, right? We have to change it from here also. So to overcome this issue, like instead of changing the things again and again, so similar, so to like to make it more easier, we use this classes, so that using it you can pass some dynamic values while creating a object. If you want to create one more object like this, you can give, like when I console.log person1 comma person2. So these are the two different objects. See, person1 person2. Okay, so
I
here,
have a question, ma'am.
yeah, sure.
Uh, we use constructor here, ma'am. Constructor within bracket, we are saying name, comma age, because
Yes,
we are using only two. We call this as parameters, or what we call, ma'am, name and
this is a
age
parameters.
parameters. So if we use city, suppose this dot name is equal to name, this dot age is equal to age, this dot city is equal to city, means then comma city also we should add in the constructor. That's the
Yes,
logic.
yes, yes.
Okay.
So we can add city also. Here we can give this dot
City.
city equals to city.
So
Okay, similarly we have to pass it from here also, comma,
uh,
like I'm giving Hyderabad. Okay,
okay, okay,
so you
okay.
have to pass it from here also. Okay, so why we are using this different two ways? Like normally we can create a object, like this is the first second way, right? We can create a object using this one also, right? Let person, like I'm giving the object 1 equals to, like here same way I can create Fatima.
But then only one time we can use it. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, this is the actual me, what I want to say. See,
Mm.
only I can use it only one time. If I want to create the person details one more time, different person details, I have to copy this once again, right? If I want to give if I give the age like this 25, if I want to create one more user details, I have to copy it once again. I have to change this variable name, change this like values also. So this is like a little lengthy approach. So because of it we use the classes. Here we can pass the data dynamic and we don't have to copy it once again, right? So that is why we are using creating a object using the classes methods. Okay, any doubt now?
So if we use a class, then the constructor, this class and constructor come together only in the logic,
Yeah,
is it?
yes,
Okay.
yes, it will come together only. Okay, whenever you want to pass some data, see, at the time of creating a object, see, you are creating object now using the select person, this is your object name. And while creating a object you want to pass some data, right? You want to give some data to your class, to your object, right? So that is why we must have to use this constructor. If you are not using this constructor, this dot name will not work. Okay, getting my point?
Okay. Yes. The whole thing is called object, is it? Everything, whatever we have written is called object, is it?
Not we call this as object. This one is your object and this one is your, like this one is your class.
Okay. Now I
So
understand.
what is mean by class? In class we are giving the structure. We just see, we are giving the structure, but in parts this object we are giving some actual values. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, now let's see what we have next. Like after object, there are some methods are also there. Like you can use. There are some inbuilt methods are there. You can use it. You can get the all the keys, all the values also. Yes, we have. Yeah, here we have this. Yes. So to create an object, we have two ways. First one is we can create a normal way, that is a literal way we call that, and we can create a object using the classes also. And in object we have some methods also, like object dot value, object dot entries. You can make your object like freeze also. You can't change any values in your object if you make it freeze. So there are some ways, like methods are there inside your object. You can try it, right? So after this we have arrays. So yeah, after this we have arrays. Arrays is nothing but inside it you can store the data, like how we store in the object. But the difference here is you can't give any key, you are just giving the directly values, and you can access these values using its index number. Okay, and in the array also you have some several methods, like you can access any any element using its index number, or you can add some new value inside a array, or you can remove it using this push pop methods. So the difference between this push and unshift, it will add the element at the end of your array, and unshift will, what it will do, it will add the element at the beginning. Okay, so you can when you practice you can understand this. These are the like methods we normally use with arrays. Okay, yeah, so let's move. Okay, so there are some built-in objects are there. Built-in objects are like you can you directly use it, like max dot round. So it will give you the rounded number, like how we get the round off. So when we use the floor, so it will give the always the lesser number. When we use the seal, it will give always give the above number. Okay, so these are the like inbuilt objects are there. And we have some inbuilt object for date also. Like you can, if you want to show some date in your website, you don't have to type it, because every time every day date will be changed. You can't make it static, right? So to make the date dynamic, we use this date object. Okay, from it you can get the current date, can get the current full year, month, or current day and date also using this date object. So then after it, like we move to this es6. In es6, as I told you, es6 is like a in javascript there are some versions. Okay, every year their version will be released in javascript. So in 2020, like 2015, there are a lot of changes occur in your javascript. So these are the like major changes, so that is why we are mostly focusing in this es6 only. Like there is es7 also, es8 is also there, but still there are a lot of changes which is very useful. So that is why we are more focused on this es6. So in es6 only we get this let and const keywords for creating a variable. Before es6 version it was not there, so the developer used to create a variable using the var keyword only. Okay, so now after ES6, now they have this let and const. So as we know, let is a block scope and const is also a block scope. But the difference here is it is like we can change the value, but this one is fixed. And we know the template literal, we can create a variable using the double ticks, back ticks, back ticks. See this one. So we call this as template literals. Like if you want to use any variable, like I will show you here, template literals. Yes, I am creating one variable. Let name equals to Fatima. So now just see it. If I want to console it here, so normally we have to, like I want to write it like this. Hello, Fatima, how are you? I want to say it like this. So normal way, this is the normal way, right? Yeah. So I am saying hello, Fatima. Then again I have to use this double quotes. How are you? So this is a like a previous ways how we use it, but when we get this template literals, we are not using it like this. It is very useful in your React.js also. We use this double ticks. So you can write a hello, hello. Yeah, now I want to call this variable. So to call this variable, we are using this dollar symbol inside this curly brackets. So I can call this variable. And how are you? Okay, so it is reducing our work, right? We don't have to use this double quotes multiple times. We are just using the single quotes. This backtick, not single quote. It is a backtick, which is the below your escape button. So here, whenever you want to call the variable, you just have to use the dollar symbol, and inside the curly brackets you can give the name of your variable. So this is the template literal way of using a variable. And then we learn about this destructuring. Destructuring is like
Ma'am, just show the code for just 30 seconds, ma'am.
yeah, sure.
Why we are striking it, ma'am? Is that the syntax?
No, we are not striking. It is showing by itself from the VS Code. Name is deprecated. The declaration was marked deprecated here. So we are not showing. It is working fine.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So yeah, this is the template literal way of using a variables. So now then we have this destructuring. Destructuring means we are structuring your we can structure your arrays and objects. So let me show you this one. So suppose if you create a array, let array equals to I'm giving 1 comma 2 comma 3 like this. We use this destructuring, object destructuring, array destructuring mostly in React.js. The concept which we learn in JavaScript, which are mostly used in your React.js. It is a framework of your JavaScript. So let me show you. Now I want to destructure this array. So for that I have to create a variable. Let I am giving some names here, like the variable names also you can say. First comma second equals to I am giving this to equals to array. So now what will happen is it will take out all the data of array here, and the first value will goes to this first variable, and the second value will goes to this second variable. So when I console this console.log, when I type first, so it will show me the number 1. Okay, when you are giving, like, you can give third also. Okay, so let me show you the console.log third. So just see it. See, it is showing you 1 comma 3. So what we are doing the destructuring. We are taking out the data from our array. Okay, we are extracting the data from our array. How we are doing it? First of all, we are giving some variable names here, and we are keeping this equal to my actual array. So whatever the data inside this array, it will goes to one by one to these variables. This is mean by your what? Destructuring in array. So similarly you can do the destructuring in your object also. So if there is an object like this, name, and here is my name Fatima, and giving some age 25. So let me give the comma here. So same thing you have to do. You have to keep this as equals to your object name you have to give. So here I am giving the name of my object as obj only. So whatever is there inside this object, it will be going there one by one to these variables. So I am extracting these values using this name comma age. So which is inside this obj object, like inside this obj object we have this name and age. So it goes to this name and age. So when I console this name and age, just see it. Yes, let's try. What's the reason? Yeah, see, this is an object, right? So in object we use a curly bracket. So instead of using this square brackets, you have to use this curly brackets. Now just see it. Okay, it is showing. So this is like a destructuring we are doing. I know this is a little bit of lengthy approach, right? Normally we can destructure, we can write these values using this obj dot age, like this we can do. But still this is destructuring is really very good. When you learn the React JS, we are learning the React JS, you will understand it. This destructuring is really very helpful. So when we learn it, you understand it more clearly. But for now, just understand what is destructuring. We are extracting some data from our array and object. How we are destructuring? We are giving, we are creating multiple variables inside a array or object, and we are keeping this equal to a object or array. Okay, so this is mean by your destructuring. So then we have this spread and
I'm
restore
to
pattern. Yeah,
deprecation,
yeah.
striking out. Is there any key press we are using, or it automatically comes, man?
Key press like.
How do we write that name, and then how are we striking that out? Automatically it is coming. Do
Yeah,
are we
this is
pressing any
tracking.
key?
When
How it
we,
is? Okay.
yeah, it is automatically it is coming. This one you are saying, right?
Yes, ma'am. We wrote console.log within bracket name. How this dash is coming? Well, if we write because we used let there in the previous line, we are getting name automatically. Is it?
No, no, it is not like this. It is actually saying that it is deprecated. So I
Okay.
think it will not show you in your own laptop. If I use somewhere in that is why it is showing. But in your output, there is no difference. Just I'm how we call the normal variable. I'm doing the same thing.
Okay, ma'am.
I'm not doing any different thing. It is automatically taking this line.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So these are some little advanced topics. Yeah, we can do the optional chaining also. So optional chaining is like if there is a undefined is there and you are trying to access that undefined, it will give you the error. I will show you here. I will show you the optional chaining now. Let obj1 equals to, I am giving suppose address, and inside this address I am giving the name, like pin code. I am giving pin code, and okay, let obj, yeah, it's correct. No, I am giving some name here. I think it's not correct. Let me correct it. One, two, three. I'm giving. Let's see the syntax properly. Why it's giving this error? Okay. Okay, now it's perfect. So now just see it. I'm using the console, and now I want to access this from this obj1. I want to access the address. Inside my address, I want to know the pin code. Okay, so I'm making the chain, right? I am first of all going inside my object, then inside my address. Inside this address, I am going to this pin code. So it will show you perfectly. Let's see it. It is showing me 1, 2, 3. So suppose what happen if I am trying to access something which is not inside this address. So suppose I am trying to access like this one, like phone number, something like this. So it is showing you the undefined. Why? Because it is not there. Okay, what happen if this address is also not there? Let me show you. Address dot number. So address is not there, and from this address I am trying to show the trying to get the number. So it will give you some kind of error. Okay, it is giving you error. Instead of showing you undefined, it is showing me the error. Why? Because address is not there, and from this address you want to access the number. So to overcome this issue, like instead of getting this error, you just want the undefined. So for that you can use this optional chaining. This is like you are asking, is it address is there or not? If it is not there, it will only show you undefined instead of giving the error. Okay, why we use the address, why we use this optional chaining? Suppose if you are going like in deep you are going object dot address, this one is not there, you are asking is it there or not. So instead of directly accessing this number, you are asking. Because of this asking, it is showing you this undefined instead of giving error. So why we use it? Instead, we don't want the error directly. We don't want the error. If we are getting this error directly, our website will be completely crash, right? Your website will be completely crash. So if we are getting this undefined like this, your website will be not crash, it will only show you the undefined. Okay, so to overcome this like a complete website crashed, we use this optional chaining. Getting my point why we use it? Should I
Okay.
explain it once again? Like when you are getting data dynamic, you don't know is this is there or not. You can console it, but still this is like a prevention. You don't want to crash your website completely. So for the prevention purpose, you use this optional chaining. Okay. Yeah, this is really
Ma'am,
helpful. Yeah.
can you explain, let object equal to, in that object we are writing many, what is called address one, pin code, that's called, what are they called, ma'am?
Like this is a nested object. So
Next.
inside a object, we are creating one more object.
Okay, okay,
So inside a object, you can create arrays also. Inside a object, you can create one more object. So this is your nested object. Okay.
okay. So it will number is what it will understand as number. Pin code only we are using it as number, is it? Or we have not defined a number also, we have not defined address also here, is it?
See, we are not defined the number, and
Hmm.
address is also not defined.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
Understood.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, this is all about your optional chaining. So yeah, we previously like this is the easy only. We learn about the modules, like you can import some data, some details from one file to another file. How we import that one using this import and export keyword, right? In import and export, we have default export also. Default export means in a single file you can only default one time. So why we use this import export? If you want to import some code of your one file to another file, we use this import and export. Okay, this one is easy only. You want some more explanation in this?
No need, man, but quickly if we can cover it will be better.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so just I will show you the example. See, if you are writing the code in your like max.js file, like this you are writing the code. Yeah, so in my app.js I am writing the code like this. So this is my index.js. So I am using this multiply, add and pi from my max.js file. I will create, guys, see here I have already this max.js file. So I write the actual code inside this file, but I am using this file's code inside my different file. How I am able to do this one? I am using this export keywords here. Okay, see, just see, I'm using export, export, export here. So that is why means it becomes public, means any other files also can use it. How the other files can use it? They have to use this import keyword. If they use this import and give the proper function name, whatever the function name I gave it here, like I give add, pi and multiply, the same thing they are giving inside their file also, they can use it. Okay, so this is the way you can import, like you can export whenever you are creating a function. If you want to make this function public, like public means inside your folder only, you want other files also can use it. So that's why you are making this function as export. Okay, so when at the time of any other file want to use these function, they have to import it first, and directly normally they can use it. So this is how your import and export work. Okay. Yeah, this scope is we can skip this one. Yes. Yeah, this is like a promise chaining, like async await. Async await is a better approach, so let's see that one directly. Yeah, here we have. Yeah, So if you want to fetch the data from like the API, we have some dummy APIs we have, right? But you like it, when we it will take some data if to go to the browser, like to go to your database and take out the data from it. It will take some time, but the remaining functions, like the remaining code, will not be on hold. To make sure that when we use this async and await. Okay, like suppose I will show you. So see, we are fetching the data from this API. Okay, till we are fetching this data, if we are giving something below it, suppose I am giving, like we learn about the synchronous and asynchronous. By default your JavaScript is synchronous, means every line of code will run one by one. But to make it asynchronous, like if it is taking lengthy time, you can keep this like on site, it will work, and the remaining easy things will work first. So if I am giving hello, so hello will show you first, then it will fetch the data. Okay, why? Because I make this function async. Async means it will take some data, it will take some time, so that is why it will run after it. First this hello will show you. Let me show you here. Yeah, let's see what's the issue. Fetch, okay, this function is not proper. Display user, I am using this display user better. Okay, just see it from here. See, it is showing me the hello first, but here in my code I give the hello at the last. Right, why is still it is showing me like this? Because this function is asynchronous, because it is taking large time. So that is why it is allowing the different different console, like different code to run first, and whenever its work is completed, it will show its output. Okay, so this is mean by your asynchronous JavaScript. If this is a lengthy like if it is a time consuming program, so it will run side by side, all the remaining code will be work properly. Okay, getting my point? How it is doing working like this? Because of using this async keyword. Okay, any doubt? Any doubt? Want to ask me anything in async await? Okay, just see, yeah, just see, your JavaScript by default is your synchronous. Synchronous means every line of code will run one by one. But to make it asynchronous means your website will not block, right? Because of fetching this data from your database, if your remaining code is on hold, it will not look good, right? So that is why to make this asynchronous, we are using this async await keyword. So just do some practice, you understand this more clearly. Yeah, then after this async await, we learn about this.
Understood, ma'am. I think display user is one command and fetch is another command. When we use async and await, when fetching is getting delayed, it will show the display user, which is the first command that we are saying. Correct, ma'am?
Yes, yes. So
Okay.
here I have to give the different function name. Let me show you. It is not removing.
You use the word function instead of command. Okay.
Yes. So here you have to call it. Let me show you. Why is this coming again and again? Okay, just leave it. So here we have to call this function. If after calling this function, if you are giving some extra code, like you are writing the code to fetch the details of your website, like product details, it will take some time. But the below code, like the footer part, will still display you. Why? Because you are making this function async. Okay. Yes, then we learn about this, like local storage and session storage. Like in local storage, the data is persistent, like it will be not never gone. But in session storage, it will be gone whenever you just close the tab. So there are some ways to set some data in your local storage. We have to use this local storage dot set item to store some data in your local storage, and for to get the data from local storage we use this get item. And we can remove the data also from your local storage. You can remove some data also, or you can directly completely clear it also, complete data. Same way you can use these methods with your session storage also. Yes, then we learn about this oops. Like first we already covered this one, classes and objects. Constructor is also a part of this, and inheritance and this prototype is like when you create a function and you want that functionality inside your different object also. Inheritance and this prototype, why we use it is, if you create a object and inside that object you want some extra functionality from its parent. Okay, from its parent you want some extra functionality. So for that we use this inheritance and prototype. These are like same only, but we use this prototype with your normal object, but this inheritance we use when we create an object using the classes. Okay, this is a little advanced topic also, but that's why I'm not showing you in detail. Then we learn about this DOM. Why we use DOM? Like we are creating a website using HTML and CSS, but now we want to do some dynamic changes. I want to give, like, on click of some button I want to change the background color. On click of some button I want to directly change the image. I want to change some text. Okay, so we can do like not only on click, on you can give on scroll also. You can give all these changes. So for that we have this DOM. So to do the all these changes, first of all you can access it. First of all you have to target which element you want to change. So we have 5 ways of using it. Target any element, get element by id, get element by class name. All these are the 5 ways are there. Then to change the content, like if you want to change on click of some button you want to change the heading, so you can use this like inner html. I will show you this one once. This one is easy, I think. I'm removing this one. I'm giving the h1 here. So I'm giving my name Fatima. Then inside it, I'm giving like I'm giving one ID here, name. So now I want to access this h1 inside my one variable. Let heading, you can give any variable name. Let heading equals to document dot get element by id. So here you have to give your id name. So my id name is name. So now I want to change something from here. So I am giving one button also. So I am giving on click. We learn about the events also, right? So I am creating one function here, click. My function name is click. So yeah. So I am giving click to change content. Okay. So now just see it. What I am doing. So now on click of this function, I am creating function now. The function name is click. See, my function name is click, and here I am targeting this heading. So I am using heading dot inner html. So I am changing this content. So I want to make this to Fatima as something else, like Fatima equals plus equals to, and I am giving here like in the b tag, bold tag, I am giving something one stack. Okay, just see it. Let me go live. Okay, it is inside different. Yeah, we have to move it first. Okay, in which file I am here? Okay, let me go to the index.html. Okay, I am adding this script now. giving src, and here I am giving the path index.js. Let's go ahead here. See, when I click it here, it is not changing. Let's see it. What's the issue? So function click, yes, it's correct. On click, function name, yeah, it's correct. Let's see it. What's the issue? I'm in which file? Yeah, I'm in index file only. Let's give, instead of this I'm giving, like, suppose inner text. Let's try this now. Yeah, I think there's some issue. Let's see, just check it. Okay, just let me check why is it showing the function output or not. So I'm giving console.log hello here. So when I'm clicking here, it must show that at least the console. So it is not showing even the console, so it means what, this function is not running properly. So I give on click properly, yeah, this one is proper on click, and inside this on click I give this click function. This one is correct, right? Let's see the syntax now. What's the issue inside it? Let's check it. So let's move to this events. We already did this one, right? So I think we missed something. Yes. So here we give on click, and same way, right? On click, and inside it we give the function name, and we access this function inside our JS file. So why it is not working? It's not the index.js. Let's change the name. Click me function, giving click me here. Let's see it. Yeah, it must work. Yeah, it is not changing. No, it is changing properly. I think the page is not reloaded properly, so that is why it is not showing the output. Just now observe it. When I am clicking here, previously it is showing me the Fatima only, but when I am clicking here, it is changing the content, right? So what we are doing, we are making some dynamic changes. Okay, I am telling you this one once again. Sometimes you will get the error like this. Just refresh your page or reload it. So we are not doing any different change, but it is working fine, right? So we are just creating one button. Inside it we give one event, that is on click. Inside it we are using the function name. So in my javascript file I am creating the function, and inside it I am changing the content. How I am changing? First of all, I get the access of this element using this get element by id. I get the access. Now using this access I am changing the content. You can give inner text or inner html also, or you can change the background color. All this thing are we can do. So we can do heading dot style dot background color. Background I am giving, and here I am giving red. So just see this one. See, it is changing the color. So you can do all these dynamic changes using this DOM. So you can change some content, you can change the background, you can give some styling also. Then we learn like you can remove some events also, directly events you can remove, like not events, you can directly remove the elements also. On click of some button you can directly remove this h1. Okay, for that you can give it like this, like heading dot remove, heading dot remove. So if you do it like this, when I'm clicking on this function, this button, this element, this Fatima element will be removed. So let me show you. See, it is getting removed. Okay, so you can use these inbuilt methods are there. So then after it we learn about this events. Event is nothing but we are giving some, like giving some instructions to our browser, like when someone click on this button, do this thing. When someone scroll the page, do something. When someone double clicks or when someone enters some key, you can do lot of changes. So there are some ways to add the events. We have 4 ways to add the event. You in a direct in a line you can add the event, or you can use the event by creating its id, and you can give the event like this document. You can access this element by using its id, and you can give this event like this. The most preferred way is you can use this add event listener. Here also you have to do the same thing, id only. You have to access this element, then you have to use this dot event listener. Inside it you have to give which event you want to use. I want to use the click event. So after giving the name of your event, you can write the functionality, what you want to do. What you want to do when someone click on this button, what you want to do when someone scroll the page, what you want to do. Inside this function you are writing. Okay, inside this function you are defining what you want to do. So not only like click, or you can give double click also, mouse over also, we see this one, mouse over, mouse out. There are a lot of events are there, like key down, key up. When someone press some button, you can do something. Like when someone submit a form, like in previous class only we learn about this. Then we have this input also, like when someone is clicking some button, clicking pressing some button, you can do something. On resize also, when page is getting resized, you can do something. Let me show you this one. We saw this scroll one, and touch also we saw, but this resize, let me show this one. So yes, I'm using the curly brackets here. So I'm keeping this inside it. Yeah, let me remove. Okay, I'm first of all increase the width. Okay, so now just see this. So here I'm giving console.log, and when someone resize this website page, I'm giving some resize something. Okay, yeah, I have to close this one. Not only resize, let's give something different. So I am giving document.body dot body dot style dot color. I'm giving some background color now. Background, I'm making this to red. Let's see it's working fine or not. See, when we are resizing it, we are changing the background color of your body. So means resizing is also working properly. See, it is looking like this when I am resizing. See, it is changing the color. So what you are doing, you are capturing the user's behavior. Whenever he is capturing, you are still capture, like you, whenever it is resizing the page, you are capturing that movement also. So there are a lot of events are there, not only this much, there are a lot of more events are there. Like on touch also you can do some changes, scroll is also there, load is also there. When you are, when user reloading your page, we can show some different thing, like we can show some different part. So it's up to your creativity, what you are, what you want to do on the user's behavior. Okay, any doubt in this events and dom?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So yeah, that's all in our JavaScript, right? So we will see some projects. Like these are the assignments only, but I know this like JavaScript is little tricky. So I will help you, like I will show you some assignments, then you will try to do it. First of all, we will create a calculator project. So I will show you this one. I'm taking the direct code from here. See, in HTML and CSS, I directly give you the assignment because that one are easy. But in JavaScript, you have to do some logic. You have to apply some logic. So that is why I am keeping the code in notes only, so that you can take it this as a reference. So let me give the code of my calculator here. So just see this. I'm going here. So now just see the we can create a calculator like this using our HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. This is the just a styling part. You can do it easily using the CSS. These are the normal HTML and CSS, right? You can create a static calculator like this, user interface like this using HTML and CSS. But to give the functionality, like when I'm clicking on this 2, it is showing me this 2 here. When I'm clicking on this 8, it is showing me this 8 here. So when I'm clicking on this minus, it is showing me the minus. When I'm clicking this 4, it is showing me the 4. But when I'm clicking this equal to, it will do the calculation also. See, it is doing the calculation. So when in calculator we can delete also, right? You can directly clear it. So when I'm giving 52, 55 multiplied by 4, and when I'm clicking equal to, it is showing me the results. So you can directly clear it. Okay, like if you are giving some undefined thing like something and clicking on this equal to, it's not working. Yeah, see, sometimes it will give you the error. See this, if the expression is not proper. See, yeah, this one is not proper, I think. Yeah, it is proper only when sometimes it's not proper, like if you are doing let me show you where what's the condition of not proper. It will give you like error or the syntax error, like how in our calculator when you are not writing the proper expression, it will give you the error, right? So here in this calculator also you can give the expression like that. Yeah, now it will give. See, it is giving me the error. Why? Because we are using this plus and divide and plus together. So that is why it is showing me the error. That is a syntax error something. Okay. So we can create this kind of like amazing calculator also using your JavaScript. So you just have to use this. There are some code, like I will give you some like a brief intro. You have to do it. This is your assignment. Like increment, decrement also I give you one assignment, right? This also I will give you as assignment, but I will explain you little bit. So how we are doing it? First of all, on each button I am creating one function. On click function I am creating. See, on each button I am creating the same function, calling the same function, that is append. So if you are clicking the 7, I am passing the 7. So here I am just calling the function. So now I am using this function, creating this function. So whenever if a user click on the button, then display that particular value here. Okay, then display that particular value inside the display section. Okay, like better I will show you, like I will create this project in our next class. The remaining projects you can do it by yourself. Okay, so we will do this calculator project, and one more e-commerce project is also there. Like in this e-commerce project we are fetching the data. I will show you the output. Yeah, just I am showing you the output, how it is working. We will do these two projects tomorrow, and we have like 4 projects, like 4 assignments. Remaining 3 you have to do it. You guys have to do it. 2 I will do.
What is next, ma'am, after this JavaScript?
After this JavaScript we have React.js.
Yeah. Can we give 1 week gap, ma'am, for completely practicing doing all this in the JavaScript?
Yeah, we can give the gap. Okay, I will see,
Okay, ma'am.
because like we have to cover this complete course like in 4 months. So that's why, let's see. But you guys also want some time to practice it, right?
Yeah, correct, ma'am. See, this calculator is very interesting, ma'am. Even CSS and the HTML, we will have to practice more to write this calculator code. Isn't
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but in calculator mostly focus on your like logic, like in javascript most focus, right? When you are writing just the code and give the code to your chat gpt to make it like a good, so it will write the code for your css. No, don't focus
Okay.
on css much. Just for the project make focus on your javascript. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
so this is your e-commerce project. Like, see, from here we are getting this all the product details. We are not giving all these details in our html code. See, I'm not giving all the details of my html code. So this is only 150 lines of code. See, 110 lines of code. So but still we are getting lot of products. See, and we can search it also. See, when I can searching, it is showing me. So this is a e-commerce project. When I'm add to cart, see, the product is getting added. So we will do this project, this one also in our next class. So first of all we will complete the calculator project, and this is the second one. And next we will have the remaining three projects also. You can also try it by yourself. Okay. Yeah, so that's all for our today's session. We will continue our project from next session. Okay, any doubt?
Thank you.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Okay, have a nice day. Thank you. Bye.